Hey, this is Kate from Daily Tarot Girl, and this is your weekly tarot card reading. And for this week's reading, I'm using an old classic deck that I've had forever, and it's the Robin Wood Tarot. Alright, so I'm going to draw 3 cards. Each card is going to represent a portion of the upcoming week. And my intention, as always, is to get some ideas, some fresh insights, and some inspiration for the week ahead. And as always, I invite you to share your own 2 cents on the cards in the comment section below. So let's dive in. Let's begin. So the first card I'm going to turn over is the beginning of the week. So this is Monday and Tuesday. And we have the Knight of Swords. And my neighbor just started a power saw. I don't know if you can hear that. It wasn't happening before when I was setting up for the reading. I'm like, oh, it's so peaceful out here. Now a saw's going. Okay, so Knight of Swords for the beginning of the week. Knight of Swords is super intense. This is about really going for your goals. This is about going for what is important to you and not really holding back. It's also a card of focus. So the beginning of the week, this is really important this week to get focused. Get focused on what needs to be done or what you want to make a priority. It will be really helpful for you to set at least one goal for the week, maybe a couple more. So setting specific goals and really focusing. And there's going to be a lot that can distract you this week. So finding a way to really tune out some of those distractions and really focus on what's important and what needs to be done. I think that we will all have this sort of maybe not all of us, but many of us will have kind of a burst of energy at the beginning of the week. And it's important to try to kind of maximize that and really take advantage of that burst of energy. And if we're not focused and we don't have somewhere to direct that energy, it can kind of dissipate and it can feel frustrating. So having a specific thing to focus on and aim for is going to be important this week. Okay, let's look at the second card. So this is for the middle of the week, so Wednesday, Thursday-ish. And here we have the 4 of Cups. Okay, so 4 of Cups, it's kind of a funny card. It's a card of boredom, and it can come up as an indicator. So the question I have for you, and you might want to ask yourself this question right now or maybe midweek, is are you feeling bored? Are you feeling kind of blah? Are you feeling like there is a lack of feeling or emotion or excitement in your life? And is this like a general feeling about just life in general? Or is it specific to one area of your life? One specific thing. The 4 of Cups, there's a few things I get with this card. I just need a minute to tune into it. I think letting go of expectations this week is going to be helpful. There's something about this guy on the 4 of Cups. It's like he had high expectations and nothing that is offered to him, nothing that he encounters meets his expectations. And it's fine to have expectations, but sometimes it can really lead to feeling disappointed a lot of the time. So 4 of Cups, the message I get is kind of let go of expectations this week. And if you're feeling blah, if you're feeling bored, really kind of go into that feeling and explore it. You know, what is the root of that feeling of boredom? Is it disappointment? Is it a lack of emotion? Is it a lack of feeling? You know, what's going on? And I think it's interesting that the 4 of Cups comes after the Knight of Swords. The Knight of Swords is like a high energy focused card. The 4 of Cups wants to be focused, but he just doesn't know how to direct his energy. It's like he didn't take my advice in the beginning of the week He didn't set any goals, he didn't focus, and now he's just kind of lost. So let's look at the end of the week. Friday, Saturday, Sunday. Here we have 6 of Wands. 6 of Wands is really a card of success, and my kitty Henry has joined us. Hey, Henry. And so 6 of Wands is really more than anything a card of success and succeeding. And I like that the Knight of Swords and the 6 of Wands is on either end of this reading. I think that that's interesting because Knight of Swords is very, did I call him the Knight of Wands? I might have called him the Knight of Wands. Well, the Knight of Swords is very focused and determined, and he's action oriented. He's very driven. And the 6 of Wands is all about success and having achieved something. So it's almost like what you set out to achieve at the beginning of the week. There's a high probability you'll be able to succeed and achieve that by the end of the week. Even if midweek you kind of run into some doldrums and feel kind of this lack of enthusiasm, don't let that slow you down. So let's talk about the 6 of Wands. The 6 of Wands shows a guy who looks like he's come home from maybe a battle or something, and he's coming back victorious and everyone's cheering for him, or he could be in a parade. Who knows what's really going on there, but everyone seems to be celebrating and smiling and clapping for him as he parades through the town or through the crowd. And he's holding a flag with a sun on it, and to me there is this radiant energy with this card. It's a very kind of extroverted, radiant, sunshiny, optimistic, joyful card. So the weekend, there's a high probability that you'll succeed at the things that you set out to do this week. But a few questions I have for you is, what does success mean to you? So if you were to be successful at whatever you set out to do this week, what does that mean? What does that look like? And what does it feel like? And how do you define success? How would you know if you'd succeeded? And can you see yourself as a successful person? Can you visualize and feel and imagine yourself succeeding at whatever it is that you're wanting to achieve or do or experience? The weekend is a good time to do that, and it helps to get into a really calm, relaxed state of mind. So lying down, kind of going into a relaxation, meditation, and getting as calm and relaxed as you can be, and then visualizing yourself achieving or succeeding, whatever it is that you're wanting to do, and really picture it. If you're a visual person, this is perfect. You can really visualize the specifics, what it looks like. Also feel it. Feel the emotion and the energy behind it. What would it feel like to succeed at what you're trying to do? What does it feel like? Really anchor in that feeling, using your 5 senses too, to really feel into it. Okay, so let's zoom out and let's look at all of these cards together. It does seem like a kind of a week where I think it's important to set some goals and to have some kind of a focus. I think that's going to help you get on track, especially if you start to feel like this lack of enthusiasm or this lack of energy or lack of emotion. One way to kind of steer yourself out of that is set a goal for yourself and work towards it, and just start with something small and see what happens. It may not work. You may still feel that lack of emotion or that boredom, but it's definitely worth a try. And of course, when I first was reading this card, I said, don't be afraid of that bored feeling, that blah feeling. Go into it and see what's underneath it, because chances are it's masking something else. It's not just that you're bored. There's something else probably going on as well. Okay, let me just have one more look. And of course, here I invite you to have a look at these cards and notice what you notice. What draws your attention? What aspect of this reading is speaking to you? What card jumps out? Is there a symbol or a character on that card that seems to want to have a conversation with you or give you some advice? Yeah, I think I've covered everything. So I'm going to close the reading here. I do like how there's a nice mixture of suits. We started with swords, which is a mental. Swords is a mental suit. It's about the mind and the power of thought. Cups is about emotion and the power of feeling and emotion and the energy behind emotion. And the suit of wands is also about like energy, passion, creativity. So it's a nice mix of cards this week. So now there's an ambulance in the background. This might have been a really noisy reading for you guys. I kind of tuned out all the noises. So thank you so much for watching. I hope you have a wonderful week. If you want to learn more about reading tarot cards, you can check out my website, dailytarotgirl.com. I'll put the link below this video. I've got tons of fun tarot learning resources on there for you to check out. So have a peek. And thanks again for watching. Have a wonderful week.